I'm Dr. Ben Newman. I am a coronavirologist. All right, let's get to your questions. This next question is from Becky, and how you doing? Let's see. All right, so the question is, I know you don't give medical advice. Yeah, not even allowed to. And I do plan to ask my doctor the same question. Good. That's what they're there for. But since you know this virus and vaccine well, I value your opinion. Well, thank you. My mom and I are allergic to penicillin, sulfa drugs, and cephalosporins. Yeah, okay. And penicillin and cephalosporins are both actually what they call beta-lactam drugs, if I'm remembering those right. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense. I think sulfa drugs are quite different. My mom has had anaphylactic responses, which is like a severe allergy sort of response. Let's see, to those things, yeah. And so, if that's the case, that's pretty serious, and that's good that your doctor would know about this, or that you'd be telling your doctor about this, because yeah, that's something that would be very important in treating, I would imagine. And let's see, my dad went into anaphylactic shock during a procedure involving intravenous dye. Yeah, it's weird, but I suppose it can happen. Are we safe to get the vaccine, or should we be wary? I think, yeah, based on what we know right now about the vaccine, there isn't a lot in the papers specifically about people who are considered prone to anaphylactic shock. So there are some predisposing conditions, apparently, in at least one school of thought. It would just be that genetically some people are going to make larger reactions to more innocuous things. And that school of thought also connects this up, saying that if you're kind of more allergic to one thing, you're more likely to be more allergic to another thing. Not everything, but yeah, the odds would go up, something like that. This vaccine would be quite different from any of those other things. And so there's a reasonable chance that it would be okay. But at the same time, yeah, I don't think there is enough data to be able to say for sure that yes, this one's going to be safe, or no, you definitely need to avoid this one. That is going to be a judgment call. Your doctor is going to have to make it, and I don't know that they will have much additional data. It may just be sort of a gut decision, or a here's what we know, and yeah, we can do this, but it's up to you, kind of thing. That's what I would guess they might do. But yeah, let's see. There are very few reported. So looking at, I forget which one. I think it was the Moderna study. No, the Pfizer study. They did break down by how many people had anaphylactic reactions in the first however many thousand people were vaccinated. I think it was only one, and it was in the vaccine group. It was one of the two messenger RNAs. Similar for the other ones, it's a very rare thing. And supposedly, like, if you believe the worst sort of projections, there are some people that would tell you that everybody has, or very nearly everybody has, some level of autoimmunity, or some level of, I don't know, incorrect immunity. And that it's more like a spectrum, like everybody's somewhere on the spectrum, but most people are down in the it's okay, do whatever end of the spectrum. Yeah, for this, I'm not sure. My gut feeling is that it's probably going to be all right, and probably the benefit outweighs the risk, but that's not a call that I can actually make. Yeah. And honestly, the data's not all there. That's the only correct answer, I guess, right now, that is fully conforming with the facts as we have them. So yeah, given the seriousness of these reactions, that would definitely be something you want to make sure that I would say talk to your doctor about this before going, because most people are not getting the vaccine from their doctor. The vaccine's like coming into a city 50 miles away, and you drive out there and you show up to this person that doesn't really know you, and they'll have a couple of tick box questions. But I would say have this discussion in detail with somebody who knows more about your medical history, like your actual primary care doctor, and before you go out, before you decide to go out. And if you don't get a vaccine right now, just be careful, wear a mask, and eventually the herd will protect you. Once the herd becomes immune, which is going to be a while, that may be like, I don't know, next year, but we'll get there. I think we're going to get there. So I think that's all I can say usefully. I'm not sure I've said anything particularly useful about this. But yeah, good luck to you, and it may well be, as some of the other vaccines come online, I would imagine there will be a different risk profile. We've already seen kind of different risk profiles for the mRNA vaccines, which are maybe a little stronger, the adenovirus vaccines, which are maybe a little weaker, and I'm waiting to see what it looks like for the protein vaccines, because those could be somewhere in the middle, or they could be on the relatively gentle side. And it may be that there's one version of the vaccine that is more likely to work for you, but we'll have to wait until the other versions actually come online and are approved to be able to do that. So there's hope at some point going forward, even if you don't want to get the one right now. There's going to be a vaccine for you eventually, I think. And if not, hey, it's on us to protect you. And I'm trying to do my part. I think, most everybody here will as soon as they get the chance. So thanks very much. This has been Ask Dr. Ben.